The brand new Galaxy Tab S8 Ultra starts at a price of $1,099, and this is just for the base model. But other than the huge screen, what exactly is different compared to the much cheaper Tab S8, costing only $699? First, let's compare the most obvious one, which is the displays. The Tab S8 Ultra has a 14.6-inch screen, with a higher 90% screen-to-body ratio thanks to the much thinner bezels. In contrast, the Tab S8 has an 11-inch display, with much wider bezels, reducing the screen-to-body ratio down to 83.6%. However, for day-to-day use, I do prefer these thicker bezels, as they do give you an area to place your thumbs while you are holding the tablet. Whereas on the Tab S8 Ultra, I found when I was watching videos, it was very easy to accidentally trigger the screen. Other than the size, probably the most important difference is the quality of the displays. The smaller Tab S8 has a 120Hz TFT display, which is a variant of LCD technology. Although the colors look vibrant and saturated, a quality synonymous with Samsung screens, the contrast does not match the Super AMOLED 120Hz display in the S8 Ultra and Tab S8 Plus. The AMOLED looks fantastic on this tablet, and it also supports HDR10+, but although it doesn't have the blooming issues like on the M1 iPad Pro that has mini LED, unfortunately it does not have the equivalent to the Pro Motion, and the 120Hz refresh rate is not adaptive, so this does have an impact on the predicted battery life performance. Across the entire Tab S8 range, all the tablets come shipped with the same internals, meaning that you should expect pretty much the same performance across all of these devices. The only thing that you can change is the RAM amount, which is dictated by how much internal storage you choose. The Tab S8 comes with 8GB of RAM and can be increased to a maximum of 12GB if you buy the biggest internal storage option, which is 256GB. This is also the maximum storage for the Tab S8 Plus. Whereas for the Tab S8 Ultra, you can have much more RAM and also double the internal storage. If you choose the largest internal storage, which is 512GB for the Ultra, you can get up to 16GB of RAM. The additional RAM may be important to people that crave that extra performance for faster multitasking and demanding tasks like gaming. You can also expand your internal storage further, up to 1TB using the micro SD card slot, which is supported across all of the new S8 tablets. For unlocking your tablet, the Ultra does have a fingerprint scanner located under the screen, which is very fast and convenient to use. The smaller 11-inch Tab S8 is very similar to the iPad Air 4, with a fingerprint scanner on the power button, which is still very quick and probably not a huge difference for most people. Further similarities are also the cameras. The rear cameras are identical, with all tablets having a 13-megapixel main camera, a wide camera, and also a 6-megapixel ultra-wide. And both tablets can also capture video at up to 4K 30fps. However, there is a big difference with the Tab S8 Ultra's selfie cameras. You get two different selfie cameras, a 12-megapixel wide and a pixel ultra wide with a 120-degree field of view. In addition, these camera lenses also can record at up to 4K 30fps, whereas on the Tab S8, they can only do a maximum of 1080p HD. To quickly address the battery performance, you're looking at almost identical across all of the devices, around 14 to 15 hours of video playback. Finally, let's discuss the S Pen. This is included for free with all of the tablets. This year's S Pen is way more responsive with an incredibly low 2-millisecond response time. For comparison, the Tab S7 had a 26-millisecond response time. On both tablets, it can attach at the rear for charging and also to the side, very similar to an iPad. However, charging is not supported when it is in this location. There is so much more that the S Pen can do other than writing notes. However, if you are an artist, you may want to consider the Apple Pencil 2, which is why you shouldn't ignore this video here, where I compare the differences between the S Pen and the Apple Pencil 2.